Alright, hello guys, welcome back to NBA Pickup, and today we're just going to do a quick ramble video on the two games I watched today, the Toronto-Milwaukee game and the Brooklyn-Lakers game that just is about to finish up in about 3 minutes here. So we'll start with the Raptors and the Milwaukee game. Both of these were nationally televised on TNT. So I have a quick notes that I wrote throughout the game that I would say just so then I remember it. The first thing I wrote was DeAndre Bembry needs to pass the ball more. Like the Raptors, they're so good at moving the ball around the perimeter, and they have so many shooters, but DeAndre Bembry isn't one of those guys, and he just tends to always not pass the ball and just pump fake or something or drive to the basket and try to kick it out to another player. Like when he could just do another one touch pass to another guy on the wing and it's like an open 3-pointer. He did that a couple times, once with Matt Thomas, and another time I thought I saw in the first quarter with Fred VanVleet, so that bothered me a little bit. Another thing, the Raptors played really good defense. Or it just seemed like it, because another thing I noticed was the Bucks just they don't have a set offense. They literally just get the ball to Giannis and hope he does something with it, because he doesn't, because there's no movement. There's just it's just hard to watch because there's no movement off the ball. There's no screen set for anyone. And Giannis is like the main ball handler on the team. I understand that Drew Holiday is hurt, and I guess their only other point guard is DJ Augustine, who isn't much of a ball handler or facilitator or playmaker. But we can't have point Giannis. Giannis is best when he is in the paint, doing big men things. But yeah, everything is a Giannis ISO. The Bucks need just some other shot creator other than Chris Middleton. So that's something they need to resolve before the playoffs start, because once the playoffs starts again, it's going to be the same thing it has been the past 2 to 3 years, where they can't make it past the second round because Coach Budenholzer doesn't have a set play for the Bucks, and it's just as simple as that. I think they should move on from Coach Bud. They just can't figure it out, and it's not good for the team. So hopefully they can figure out that whole situation. I didn't really watch the third quarter of this game either because it was boring, and I was recording another video. So that video should come out, I think, next week on Tuesday. So keep an eye out for that video. Just some things for the Raptors here. Siakam had a pretty good game. He had 27 points, 6 boards, 5 assists. Norman Powell shot well from 3. I noticed that. He's also been pretty good defensively, so I think that's a good 3-and-D guy. And you can see that he did more than just 3-pointers. He had 5 buckets from inside the 3-point line, so that was good. And the Raptors were playing small today, starting Siakam at the center. They didn't have Bane start or Chris Boucher. It was interesting to see that at one point in the game, they had Siakam, Boucher, and Baines on the floor at the same time, and it actually worked out well. Baines isn't that bad of a pick-and-roll guy. He's so strong that his his screens are so strong that the defender that he's setting the screen on just can't keep up with the ball handler because of how strong Baines' screens are. So that's good for them. Some other bench guys. Terrence Davis, what happened to him? Last year he was pretty good. Don't know what happened with him. Probably because he's an anti-masker, but we're not going to talk about that. Bryn Forbes, he hit 3 threes in the first quarter, and then didn't look like he did much else after that. Pat Connaughton gets more minutes than Torrey Craig, which I am still kind of curious about why that happens. Torrey Craig is a better defender than Pat, and I think they just do the same thing on offense where they shoot 3-pointers, and that's about it. So, yeah, there's that. I think we can move on to the next game, which was the Lakers and Nets game. If it would load, thank you very much. Looks like it got closer, but it doesn't really matter. The game's over. No, I don't care. The first thing I wrote here was the Nets are too small. They need help rebounding, it seems like. There are a lot of times where I just felt like the Lakers were just doing whatever they wanted in the paint and on the glass. I'm not sure what the rebounding numbers are looking like. Team rebounds. Am I stupid? Do I not know how to use this? I feel dumb. Okay, the Lakers had 10 offensive rebounds, so that's what I was looking for. But yeah, the Nets need more big men. Like, DeAndre Jordan is not gonna cut it. Just watching him today, he looks very sluggish and slow. Pretty dang lazy. Like, he just doesn't look like he wants to play basketball at all or something. Like, on defense, you cannot have him when there's a big man like Marc Gasol who can shoot the ball, or Anthony Davis. When a big man that can shoot like them is on the perimeter, DeAndre Jordan cannot keep up with them, especially in a pick and pop or pick and roll situation. He's just a drop center, so no matter what, you're gonna have at least one person open, whether it be the roll man or the pop man or the ball handler. So it sucks that DeAndre Jordan is like best friends with Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant. Otherwise, he would have definitely been traded by now, because he's pretty awful, to be honest with you. The Nets bench played pretty well tonight. Timothé Luwawu-Cabarrot, 15 points. Good night from him. Landry Shamet, he had a good game too. Had 10 points. I think he's been struggling earlier this season, so it's good to see that his shots are falling tonight. Joe Harris is like the greatest basketball player of all time, without a doubt. The man he does not miss open jumpers. So, yeah. Kyrie Irving had an off night, but he was still hitting Kyrie Irving shots where he dribbles around for like 80 seconds. Fadeaway mid-range shot goes in. So, he's pretty cool. Harden had a pretty good game. 23 points, 11 assists. He and Steph Curry are like the two top guys with like the most gravity in the NBA. Like, when I say gravity, I mean like who draw the most attention on the defense. Like, when Harden drives to the paint, he always manages to get at least two guys on him. So he just dumps it down to like someone down low, like Jeff Green or DeAndre Jordan, whoever else is down low who cuts backdoor. So I think, although James Harden is just been a pure scorer for the most part when he was on the Rockets, and like he would just pass the ball in the last seconds of the shot clock to a shooter like Ben McLemore, Eric Gordon, or something. This time the Nets, I see that he's just been better at getting other people involved on the Nets, so that's good. Looks like Andre Robertson got some minutes at the end of the quarter. I didn't get to see that, but I guess that's pretty interesting. Shout out to... Okay, sorry about that. I just got called on a FaceTime, and it cut out my recording, so I think I was mid-sentence. I was about to say shout out to Andre Robertson. So yeah, shout out to him. He's pretty cool. I can't remember what else I was going to say. I'll look at my notes real quick. Yeah, next thing I wrote was It's just an observation, but the Lakers complain on every single call. It's pretty crazy to see, like, just LeBron and Montrezl Harrell and all these other guys just after every single time the whistle's being blown, they're like in disbelief, like they didn't foul him. Like, yeah, you kind of like hit him. That's a foul. I don't understand why you don't think that's a foul. Early first half, Kyle Kuzma, he was great. He had 16 points this game. He had 10 rebounds. He was just hustling his ass off. So I think that was great for him. What else can I say about the Lakers? Yeah, they don't play defense on three. I mean, what? They don't play defense against the three. Like, there was a lot of open Joe Harris three-pointers, and that's why he was like 6 for 7 or whatever the heck it was. Yeah, 6 or 7. He just had a lot of open looks. And TLC, he had a lot of open looks. Tyler Johnson had a lot of open looks, just didn't hit those. But yeah, DeAndre Jordan's lazy as heck. Please trade him or something, Brooklyn. Fire Coach Bud, and yeah, I guess I'll see you another time. Please like for more content like this. Unedited, unscripted, great content like this, or scripted, edited content like the video that's coming out tomorrow that you guys should all go watch. Please subscribe. Check out my videos and comment for the YouTube algorithm. Goodbye.